During her stay in Calgary, she's been schooling extensively as she follows up from her credentials, using continuing education to build on what she had from back home, her studies as a nurse. She's been displaced for several years since the 17-year war in Liberia and has lived in many neighboring countries, including Ghana, Sierra Leone, the Ivory Coast, known as Côte d'Ivoire, and Gambia, Banjul. And she's now trying to adapt and settle down here. She's interested in caring for people. She's a people person, as you'll see. And back home, she was a state-enrolled nurse with 20 years of experience in prenatal and postnatal care. Her hobbies are cooking, braiding, socializing, and she has a passion for caring for others. Please welcome Cordelia Harrison.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cordelia Harrison. I'm one of the ensemble speakers from the Women's Center of Calgary. I'm here to present my talk on the Liberian War. That reveals personal passion and my expertise. I want to thank the Magpie City of Dreams for giving me this opportunity. My Liberia, a cry for all Liberians. Our Liberia, the land of freedom, liberty, and justice. The cry of Mama Africa, the land of her birth. On the fateful day of August 1989, my world changed completely. Up till this day, I never be the same again. Awakening up in the midst of turmoil, mothers running helter-skelter, trying to find their little ones who had just left for school and now caught up in the gunshot zone. Children hopping, jumping, crying in fear, here and there, looking for their parents' comfort. Men and women who were just going about their business or work, now caught up in the run for their lives. Young boys and middle-aged men trying to escape from the inconsiderate rebel recruiters' hands. Fear they will be forced to join by drugging them with barbiturates and narcotics. When they have been delusionized, they don't know what to do anymore but go on a killing spree. These inconsiderate armed men, I will say, act like nuts. The first attempt is to kill their own loved ones, family members, relatives, friends. However, the women and the girls try to go into hiding before they are forced to become cooks and wives for the rebels. When not allowed to be initiated into these rebellious and notorious acts of these rebels, they will be killed, or if lucky, amputated. Bullets keep flying here and there over houses top and even business shops. As you walk, you dodge, bending, and running at the same time. There is no straight upright walking anymore, or else you will be hit by a stray bullet. Stray bullet hitting signpost, or even human being. You watch as you walk, seeing someone drop dead in front of you. If lucky, they might be in casualty, crying for help in such helpless states. What a ridiculous scenery. As the war came to a ceasefire, the conflict had killed 200,000 people and eventually led the involvement of the Economic Community of West Africa, known as the ECOWAS, led by the ECOMOC. The peace didn't hold, neither lasting all the way from 1999 to 2000. Then the Second Liberian War broke out, which we call the octopus. The octopus, we name it the octopus because it's like the sea animal with lots of limbs. Due to the different numerous factions, you have Charles Taylor, United Liberation Fronts, Prince Johnson, the Patriotic Fronts of Liberia, and the neutrals that are the liberation people from Liberia. And of course, the remnants of President Samuel Kedo, armsmen. The Army Forces of Liberia, the AFL, which tried to prevent all these other factions so that they will hold on to the capital city. Prior to the war, Samuel Doe led a coup d'etat that overthrew the elected government in 1980. And in 1985, held elections that were widely considered fraudulent. There had been one unsuccessful coup by the former military leader in December 1989. And this former leader and government official and ministers, especially Charles Taylor, moved into neighboring country, Côte d'Ivoire, which is known as the Ivory Coast, to start an uprising, menaced to topple the Doe regime. During the arrival war, factions formed around Taylor and those who supported the soldiers with the National Patriotic Front of Liberia, Prince Johnson men, took over the capital city and executed Doe, while Taylor forces, the armed forces of Liberia, fought with Johnson in a battle to control the capital city, Monrovia. This fueled the war and make it last all the way for 16 years. Why cause this war? What is the cause of this war? Grudges, griefs, and hates. There was a call for the US Marines from the 26th Marine Expeditionary Units, that is from the States, to secure the free ports of Monrovia, Liberia. And on Bushroad Island, that same August 26th, there was a conducted helicopter bomb that landed at the port. The capital city, Monrovia, was besieged by Liberian United Reconciliation and Democracy, known as the Lord. Prior to the war, Liberia had been a very peaceful country. There is a logo or a slang that we obtain, which is we born here and we die here. Liberians don't travel. The only place we go is to the States. One thing I would like to say is behind every story, though it looks so negative, I always use the positive to overcome all what I've been through. As a little child, during the rainy season, we pray for rain. When the rain falls, it washes the gravels, and in those gravels we find diamonds. That's how easy and simple we mine for diamonds. If diamonds are located where you are, then you are lucky. It is so important that when you are buying or selling a land, you survey properly before you own or you sell the land, and make sure that you are doing the right thing. When it rains in the day, we will wait for the night to go out to look for diamonds. We will sing songs. And I would like to sing this, Kokorioko, 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 begin they cry for you. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, begin they cry for you. The diamond loves that song. There is an energy that is drawn. And you feel it, you know that it must be around. We will sing songs as it's a myth that if you sing, it's drawn to your energy, and if it likes you, You will find it. If one is found, we'll take it into the house, get a tumbler or a clean glass, pour some water in it, we'll fill it up to the brim, and then we'll put the diamond in it. And then we lay a red velvet cloth, because normally if you go in the goldsmith shop you will find out they always put their jewelry on a red cloth. This brings out the beauty. So we'll do the same. We'll close all the windows and doors, keep the place so dark, almost like here, but very dark. And then you will just see the bright reflection from the diamond all around the room. The brighter and larger the reflections, that's how we value the diamond. This is a beautiful event and a remarkable one that I missed. So though the war has stolen my phone, I am entirely crushed. At the same time, hope never lost, nor to be given up on. Especially when you find the diamond, you know that you will be having a nice gift for Christmas or Easter. It is fun, but it's also riches. However, Liberia is a country rich in gold, bauxite, and rubber. Liberia, I will say, is much better in comparison to other African countries that are impoverished states. Why? Because of the United States dollars. We use the same dollars as the United States. And this makes business flow in and out of the country. Excuse me. We also have a free port, which helps in the economy. Goods that are coming in to the country by shipping have an advantage of a dock-free entry. So goods that are same as sold in the States are always found in the country, that sometimes people from the States, when they come in to visit, they don't even bring much things. They know that they will be found in Liberia, in the country. And likewise, people from all around the country, like Ivory Coast, Nigeria, all neighboring countries, even all parts of Africa, South Africa, they come to do business in Liberia because of the free port. That's the big advantage. And it's commonly, Liberia is commonly known as Petite Amerique, which means, that's in French. In English, small America. The dollar is so valuable and it's the same. There is no chance of devaluing it. It's the same as in the States. American goods are shipped into Liberia as import. Although the war had been the main reason for Liberia to now be one of the considered countries in West Africa to undergo poverty, we are looking forward for a change. And so now we ask, with all the W5s, why, when, what, where will this change come? The change will come if we try to live in love and forgiveness and forget about the past. There is a saying, let bygones be bygones. As it's commonly said, we live in peace and unity, in togetherness. Dividedly, we will fall. We are to work together amicably in the best interest of others. And this we wish for all around the world. Because of the experience that I've been through, I sometimes look at the experience, which normally there is a saying, experience is the best teacher. But I will tell you, validating the experience is what makes the best teacher. And this is what makes it look so remarkable to me. It now makes me become more compassionate to humanity. This is not to co-delude, but to be straight and right in dealing with humanity. And I have found a great shift in my life and a new paradigm of great heights. So I say, I will relinquish everything, let it go, forgive, have hope for the future. Let's team up and work hard. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. This is how I will say, Canada is one of the windows of heaven to visualize our dream and aspirations. And also one of the doors of heaven to go through to make a new dawning of a new day. In other words, a new beginning in life. As I am now trying to adapt and also to settle. Yet we should remember to have the capacity to go on in this life, because the reward is only found in the action. You have to put hope into action. Then, in the end, you will get a result of abundant life. Also, we have to take the risk, the only way to remember and to bring the reward. No risk, no reward. It is very imperative to evaluate in whatever circumstances we face. Remember, 10% is only the issue, but 90% is how we deal with it. We will find improvements and success, and so this will make Canada a better place to live. A land of Goshen, I will say. Before I came to Canada, I always say, I remember my dad is a pastor. He will always pray for all the NGOs, all those assistants, all those people who are giving aid to Africa or to any parts of the world that are undergoing war or some kind of problem. But I always say, Canada is a land of Goshen. It's another place for you to rehabilitate, for you to turn your life around, to make every negativity into a positive one. Therefore, now I promise Canada, from the shores of Africa to the higher peak of the North Pole, America, Canada, a blessed country. I say, let's say, be in oneness, unity, one love, and peace. And I want to thank you all for your listening ears and your receptive hearts. Please.